It's been a year since the spending review, possibly the most significant in decades, and a year since we launched the ITV News Index. During that time, we've been tracking how you feel about the cuts, the economy, and your own finances. And tonight, we'll be putting how the public mood has changed to one of the most senior members of the government, the Secretary of State for Business, Vince Cable. So, over the last 12 months, your view of the future of our economy has become more fearful. The number of you feeling optimistic has shrunk, and now 67% are pessimistic. That's the highest number of people since we began the index last October. If you break that down, and fears about the country's finances are highest in the north of England and in Scotland, much higher than in London. And women are slightly more concerned about what's going on than men, 69% compared to 65%. So why?
My name's Becky. I opened Blossom almost 6 years ago here in Manchester. The costs for flowers have been, for the last 2 years, have been very, very high compared to normal. Last year the pound was really weak against the euro and most things come from Holland. My van insurance this year is astronomical. I nearly fell off my chair when I was told. And I have to try and sort of claw some of that money back, but it's very difficult.
What are you doing right now to help someone like Becky?
Well, we're trying to do several things where small businesses are concerned. First of all, we're trying to get rid of a lot of their red tape, and a lot of the restrictions are being got rid of. We're trying to ensure that they get access to credit from the banks.
From our statistics, the number of people feeling pessimistic and fearful is the highest it's been for 12 months.
Well, I think I myself said we were in the economic equivalent of war. And when I said that, when I was saying that conditions are very difficult, we do face these external threats, the Europe problem and increased price of fuel, but it's a war we can win, but you don't win it overnight.
The index suggests that the state of the economy is making people change how we live. 50% of people told us they've already changed their lifestyle as a result of the spending cuts.
The difference from last year, just to fill my tank now, is over £100, about £115. Before you wouldn't have even thought about using your car. Now, before you make a trip, or you think, right, okay, what can I do, or do I need to use the car?
Just everything has crept up, all on the back of fuel and VAT. So it's just a general squeeze, and with our pay not going up with inflation, it's just a double whammy.
One family there who acknowledged the need to deal with long-term debts, but clearly they feel they're being hammered at the moment and not spending.
You know, the economy is poorer than it was several years ago. That's the brutal reality. What the government is trying to do is, while at the same time sorting out the finances, trying to help families like that. So we've done very specific things, as your 6p off a litre of petrol to try and cushion the effect of oil prices. Council tax have been frozen, and over 1 million people have been lifted out of income tax altogether. That's particularly helpful for women working part-time.
Let's take a look at the kind of effect this has all had on the coalition itself. Their biggest priority has been to sort out the economy. But if you look at this falling off in support, now only 30%, less than a third of people think the coalition is a good thing for Britain. 48% think the coalition is not. And it's the over 65s category where support has slid furthest. At the start of the index back last year, 56%, well over half, thought the coalition was a good thing for the country. Now it's just 38%, a big fall of nearly 20 points. And 49% of this age group, who are the most likely to vote, thought the coalition is bad for the country.
Well, my husband had the stroke 9 years, come January the 19th. He's 76 and I'm 75. I can't afford to put the heating on yet, and it's cold for him. Electricity and gas combined have gone up to £170 a month. What are we going to do if it goes up any more? We've worked all these years and now getting nothing back for it. Even the little bit that we used to have in the bank, no interest. I'm not going to vote anymore. There's no difference in any of them. They don't live in the real world.
Many people have fallen out of love with the idea of a coalition. They think that you're not putting them first. Shirley Rock there telling us you don't live in the real world.
Well, it was a very moving account from that pensioner couple, but it illustrated the dilemma we have. The basic discipline that the government is observing, trying to get this massive deficit down in public finances, is not something the government's doing enthusiastically. We're not masochists. We're doing the best we can to protect people's living standards in this very difficult environment while we get the British economy on a fresh track.
Secretary of State, thank you very much indeed.